It's a gorgeous night in New York City. We have a major fight. There's all kinds of entertainment. Just look at the bustle of activity in the largest city in the United States. It's a beautiful, clear, and cold night, so pick your activity and you're going to enjoy it. We picked boxing tonight. We've had a couple in the bank, and our co-feature is coming up next. Roman Gonzalez at the top of the list in the pound-for-pound list, going against Sor Rungvisai. WBC Super Flyweight Championship set for 12 rounds, and it should be a good one. Of course, this is a fight that has captured the attention of people all week, and they had the weigh-in yesterday.
The
anxiety of a weigh-in, wow. I mean, you know, you want to be, you're praying or hoping that you ain't got to lose no more
114 pounds for the challenger, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai.
You know how happy he is to hear that? What a relief.
WBC Super Flyweight World Champion, Roman El Chocolatito Gonzalez. 114.6 for the undefeated world
champion. Do you get to use the official scale before you go on it, like the last day leading up to it? You get to see this, to be on the scale that you'll use.
I like to, if I can get on an official scale, it makes me comfortable, because they'll be off a pound up or down. So what I try to do is let me use it. But some commissions won't let you get on the scale. So some won't. So you gotta take a risk. It's a roll of the dice. Okay, it's a roll of the dice.
Interesting. Why wouldn't they do that?
Some commissioners just don't want you to touch the scale. They had it calibrated. They feel you're gonna mess it up. They don't want you to touch it.
Let someone touching my computer.
Yeah.
Get off of there. Yeah. Okay. So to play it safer, you always try to be like a half a pound under. I mean, how do you?
Well, with me, I always carried my own scale. My scale is very, very accurate. And I was my whole career, it's funny, amateur and professional. I've been overweight one time. There was a skill error because my skill said one thing and the commission skill said another. So, I mean, pretty much you got to be aware of your weight. You got to know where you at. It's better be under 2 pounds than above 2 pounds.
How much were you over?
A pound. Skill error, I didn't even know how to lose the weight because I trained for fights and I never had to lose weight. So we bought sweat clothes for me. I believe I jumped rope for about 10 minutes and I sweat enough off, took a little more pee, and I went on the scale and I was perfect.
You see these guys sometimes that they have to lose 3 or 4 pounds, they get dehydrated from that.
Yeah, it hurts you because losing the weight properly is what you want to do. You got to use food as your advantage, use water. So if you get ready for the fight properly, you won't have these problems. I found out late in my career though. I had a nutritionist named Harold Parker who came in, and after he came in, he told me how to eat and to drink.
In the audience, a lot of celebrities, and gentleman Jerry Cooney, one of the great guys, a true gentleman in our business, a heavyweight contender. Great fights he had with Larry Holmes and others. And he's been very active in the New York area, not only with media, but what he's done for kids. Real class act, Jerry Cooney.
Yeah, Jerry Cooney's a great guy, man. I mean, kind of bad to say about him. I mean, he did some great things in boxing. He was a Golden Glove champion like myself. That's pretty cool. You know, so, you know, Jerry, I go back with Jerry for years and years and years, and he's been an excellent person.
And one of those guys that the era he fought in, there were only 2 sanctioning bodies. So I think if Jerry Cooney fought a few years later, he would have ended up with a couple of those belts.
He would have won something. With all the belts they got today, IBA, IBO, he could have won something. So that's the advantage. The advantage and the disadvantage.
But always a guy that carried himself with a lot of class. And anytime you saw his name in the newspapers, it was always for a good reason.
Well, like I said, gentleman, he's a gentleman. And you need a guy that's respectable. You need a guy that, you know, he loves his public, he loves his fans, he embraces them. Because that's who makes us. It's our fan base.
There's a guy that doesn't want to be a gentleman until after the fight. Now, what's he doing there with what he was rubbing on himself?
Well, he's rubbing Vaseline into his face. He's trying to moisturize his skin so it don't tear. He's rubbing it in very well, and that's good. You're supposed to rub the Vaseline into your skin so your pores suck it up, so you have that moisture so you don't crack.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome in the ring the colors presented by the Joint Base McGuire, Dix, and Lakehurst United States Air Force Honor Guard. At this time, we will honor America with the national anthem, with dedication to all the men and women now serving in harm's way in the armed forces of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, here to perform the national anthem, please welcome Big Top Amsterdam recording artist Sherry St. Germain.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Sherry St. Germain.
So a rousing rendition of the anthem.
Yeah.
Also goes to show, Kevin, the last three lines are everything. Roman Gonzalez, 29 years old. His opponent, 30 years old. The height, the reach, not much difference between Gonzalez and Sor Rungvisai.
Pretty much the same thing.
Guys know what they want to do. Got a world-class challenger against a guy who's been a champion seemingly forever. Gonzalez has been a title holder in 4 weight classes, the first fighter from Nicaragua ever to do that.
And now making his way to the ring for our next contest, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai.
And Sor Rungvisai making his way in. He is 30 years old. Record of 41 wins, 4 defeats, 1 draw, 38 knockouts from Bangkok, Thailand. Guy who's overcome a lot. He escaped from poverty, had to walk more than 60 miles to apply for a job as a trash collector years ago, according to his story. 8 leftovers from the garbage cans. That's a guy that you tell him you have to work for a fight, no problem after he did all that.
Yeah. Well, other countries, they like I said, they're poverty-stricken. So boxing is the way out of that poverty-stricken, and they can come to America, make a great living, and save some of their family from the poverty in their country. You know, it's a bad way. Sometimes places in America or the world are bad places. We have that here in America. Okay, some of that stuff.
He's a pro since 2009, has won 14 in a row as he comes in here. Srisaket Sor Rungvisai.
Tonight he's going to be in the ring with a buzzsaw, a man that doesn't stop coming, immediate pressure, lots of pressure, and you got to find a way to get around that pressure. So tonight, we're going to find out how good Sor Rungvisai it really is.
Comes off a win in Thailand back in August. And he lost a decision to Quadras in 2009.
Making his entrance to the ring, please welcome Raman Chocolatito Go.
And there is a chance to beat the fighters any moment. Gonzalez, Sor Rungvisai.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Madison Square Garden, New York City, New York, USA, live on HBO pay-per-view, K2 Promotions in association with Taken Promotions is proud to present this special co-feature contest of the evening, a World Championship bout sponsored by Tecate, Born Bold. Chivas Win the Right Way. From Universal Pictures, The Fate of the Furious. In theaters everywhere, April 14th. Test the Bank. Capital Holding. Hublot, the timepiece of champions, and the International Expo 2017. This summer in Astana, Kazakhstan. This bout sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission and the World Boxing Commission. The three judges assigned at ringside: Glenn Feldman, Julie Letterman, and Velasco Roldan. And inside the ring, your referee in charge of the action, Steve Willis. And now, from Madison Square Garden, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Flyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing yellow trimmed with red, official weight 114 pounds. His professional record, an excellent one. 41 victories, 38 wins by knockout, only 4 defeats with 1 draw. From Bangkok, Thailand, the challenger, former WBC Silver Super Flyweight Champion, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black and officially weighing in at 114.6 pounds. His record as a professional, a perfect one. 40 fights, 40 victories, including 38 wins by knockout. He's the former mini-weight, former light flyweight, former flyweight world champion de Managua, Nicaragua, the 4-time world champion, pound for pound, the best in the world, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC Super Flyweight Champion of the World, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez.
Wear that badge every time you go in. Heading a pound for pound. Top boxer in the world.
Okay. It's a great thing when you see guys this small. That was my attitude was about. That I don't believe that it matters what weight you are to be a phenomenal fighter. And he's one guy that's actually carrying that border.
All right, gentlemen, you have your instructions, obey the commands, protect yourselves at all times. Everything under the letters is low. Everything under here is low. Tap up. Good luck.
All right, two professionals will get to it.
Think about it, his record is 46 with 38 knockouts. If this man keeps going and stays undefeated, he can retire undefeated and have a better record than Mr. Mayweather.
Marciano territory, Mayweather territory.
Well, it's been broken already. Oh, you know who broke it already? Ricardo Finito Lopez. He's 51-0. So it's been broken. What do you think?
Gonzalez has time to catch up on that.
As you can see.
"38 knockouts from both fighters. Gonzalez 46-0. Sor Rungvisai 41-4-1. So they both have 38 knockouts in 46 fights.
Well, both of the guys can punch. Sor Rungvisai is dealing with a puncher. He's undefeated. He's got to prove himself to Gonzalez. He's got to prove that he deserves to be in the ring with him. You know, really got boxing is at this level. He's a southpaw. So Sor Rungvisai is a tough fighter, obviously, and he has a lot of knockouts. Think about like this. Years ago, guys in this weight class had like 10 knockouts, 15 knockouts. 38 knockouts is amazing.
Yeah, for guys 115 pounds.
That's amazing. And both men got 38 knockouts. That's pretty amazing.
A guy that moved up to 115 pounds. These guys were fighting at 105, 108 was Gonzalez. And very interesting that the mantle of pound-for-pound superiority is at a weight class down so low. Everybody, the middleweights, the glamour division, the heavyweights, historically so. But this guy has proven to be special.
Yeah, it's all between him and Gennady Golovkin. Pick who's going to carry the banner. People love this guy.
And then you've got Kovalev, you've got Ward who nipped Kovalev back in November. You've got Rigondeaux, Canelo,
Lomachenko
also on that list.
Terence Crawford on the list.
Yes, so it's good sources for arguments, but nobody seems to argue number one. That's the credit for Gonzalez.
Gonzalez hasn't touched the heat on yet. What's crazy is that usually he just keeps coming.
Sor Rungvisai drops him and hurt him.
Well, Rungvisai got 38 knockouts. Remember that.
Nine, you okay, right? Okay?
Wow.
Oh, he looks hurt.
Pound for pound, hits the ground.
He looks hurt.
And here's a chance for Sor Rungvisai. Unfortunately for him, not much time left in the round, but he will go to work. How many chances will you get in a fight? Well, how about that to open up this contest?
Time!
Wow. Came to a boxing match in a fight broke out. Holy cow.
Vamos. ¿Qué pasó? Dame la cabeza, mazo. Vamos, agarra un poquito. Échate en el cuerpo. Ey, está moviendo la cabeza, te agarró porque quiso. Pero hay condiciones para regalarme, hermano. Está pasando bien ese directo. Quiero ese ganchito y vuelvo a subir arriba otra vez. No lo deje. Mira, deja ese ya. Vivo. Vivo con esa volada, Vivo con esa volada.
Let me take a look at the knockdown to record the knockdown. And see he's throwing himself more than a headbutt. It don't seem like he got hit by a shot. It seems like a headbutt.
The mission's taking scorecards, right?
And then the body shot right behind that.
Yeah, but
The heads, watch the body shot, shoves him.
it's more of an off-balance shot. But it's funny about it, the headbutt had him groggy. So that was a little weird. Okay? The headbutt had him a little bit groggy.
And that's one of those intangible things where unless there's a cut, it won't really come into play much. Second round action. Roman Gonzalez, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai.
That definitely helps the confidence of Srisaket. Definitely helps.
Well, we talked earlier, Kevin, in another fight that emotions can be very positive for you or negative depending on what kind of a fighter you are. And for Sor Rungvisai, his emotions soared after that knockdown.
Sor Rungvisai right now is feeling full of himself right now because he really dropped Gonzalez in front. Sor Rungvisai, I expect to try to implement an attack. If he abandons the attack that he has, he loses ground. He's got to keep implementing the attack.
And the punch in that sequence was a good hard right to the ribs. So we'll see how quickly he comes back to that. Now, how much do you press the advantage here? You don't want Roman Gonzalez to get all of his senses back. You want to ride this.
Well, I don't see Gonzalez implement an attack like he normally does. Usually by now he's okay? He's a buzzsaw, he's a chainsaw. He's throwing lots and lots and lots of punches. Maybe a knockdown implementing an attack and hurt Gonzalez psychologically.
These are some excellent body shots being administered here by Sor Rungvisai. And he is manhandling Roman Gonzalez here. Gonzalez responds to the crowd imploring him to do it. This is his house. But Sor Rungvisai happy to engage.
Sor Rungvisai's getting some really good shots right now.
Oh, he gets nailed with the right hand, just as you're saying that. Bombs away. And this is why these guys are so exciting in the 115-pound division that has brought the crowd up here.
And Sor Rungvisai now is getting hit clean. It seems like Roman Gonzalez has found his space, and that's the thing.
Oh, he starts to come on with that. Roman Gonzalez opening up with the right hand behind the jab.
Yeah, he's starting to find his mark. And so Rungvisai stepped backwards, and like I said, that's a sign that he's starting to affect Sor Rungvisai.
Defense, go home. That could be the theme of what these guys are advertising here. This is an excellent offensive round.
What a body shot Gonzalez just put.
So Gonzalez and Sor Rungvisai off to an excellent start.
Hey!
Let me take a look at Roman Gonzalez landing these shots. Pretty flush shots starting to get it. And Sor Rungvisai is coming back. But Gonzalez got the better of the shots. And it's even farther Sor Rungvisai.
The good rallying effort by Gonzalez probably took the round. Perhaps more significantly, he may have altered the flow of the momentum for Sor Rungvisai. But this is an excellent fight as we start round 3. Dave Bontempo and Kevin Kelly with you at Madison Square Garden in New York. A terrific start to this WBC Super Flyweight Championship bout. Gonzalez on the deck and hurt in round 1, rallying in round 2.
So Rungvisai can't give up that attack. He had an attack going. It seemed like he's abandoned it while Gonzalez lands shots. So Rungvisai is right now not as effective as he was in round one.
You can get the sense that these guys are less concerned with fundamentals, but that they figure it who gets the last shot in.
Well, also I've noticed a little bit that Chocolito's is starting to edge this thing a little bit. They're going to cut. That could change.
All right. I got you.
Headbutt. Figure it will be ruled that way. That's in a nasty spot.
And it's happening in the third round, so if we go to the scorecards, it depends on right now. Sor Rungvisai right now is actually winning ahead of a point.
Well, you have to go through 4 rounds for it to count, for it to be an official fight. If the fight were to be stopped for that reason beforehand, the cut you're seeing, and this would go either to a no contest or technical draw, however you want to call it, but the fight would not count. So if you're Sor Rungvisai, you don't want to hit him there, even though instinct tells you to.
If Sor Rungvisai feels he's ahead of the points, then he might want to go work that out.
No, but not before the end of the 4th round, because then it would not count as a fight if it was stopped for that reason too soon.
Sor Rungvisai right now taking tremendous shots.
Taking and giving. Tremendous action in the center of the ring. These 115-pound giants putting on a show. We've had knockdown, we've had a flurry, we've had a headbutt. And here comes Gonzalez back.
Well, his accuracy is tremendous. He's very, very accurate. That's what makes the fight so amazing. He's very, very accurate.
Sor Rungvisai opening the attack. There's the uppercut. And he'll be cautioned here about holding behind the head. Nice right hook by Sor Rungvisai. So every round of set had something dynamic, and this time it's for the heads coming together.
That cut can change the dynamic of this fight.
Accidental. Accidental headbutt both ways. Accidental. Accidental.
Eso no es nada. Hey, no hay otra. Vamos a echarle el tren, no me le dé la distancia ya. No me la distancia, mira, está entrando con la cabeza. No hay que hacer cuando te le pegas. Pero necesito que tire más, te está quedando de frente.
Back yourself coming forward. Watch his head, both. Okay? Please.
Here we take a look at the clash of heads. Both men throwing shots, but there's a huge clash of heads. And that's what opened the eye of Romy Gonzalez.
Boy, there's a clash of heads, and then there's a clash with a capital C.
That was a clash of heads. This changes the dynamic of the fight. We're going to see how can that cut stay close.
Come here. We go. Roman Gonzalez.
Watch your head, okay? Watch your head, okay.
WBC Super Flyweight Championship. Dave Bontempo and Kevin Kelly with you at Madison Square Garden in New York. Key thing between rounds, referee Steve Willis making it official what we saw and said, that there was an accidental headbutt called with that clash of heads in round 3. So they've got to get through this round for it to become an official fight.
Well, the key here is very simple. Southpaw fighting righty, and it seems that Romy Gonzalez is finding that right hand.
Good uppercut, good straight right hand by Gonzalez. So Rungvisai right there with him.
They want Romy Gonzalez to stay on the inside, move closer, but the problem is them heads butting. That's what happens when you a lot of head
Watch the head. No. Watch your head. Watch your head. Don't bring it down.
Again, they're warned by Steve Willis, and that might be a theme because these guys are using their head for positioning on the inside and their natural body momentum too, Kevin.
Yeah, well, Gonzalez is having his way right now. Even though the B side is moving in, but he's having a little bit struggling a little bit. He's moving his head a great deal. That's opening up a little.
Now, should that cut? Well, explain it as we get time. Good right hand by Gonzalez. Good uppercut by Gonzalez, and then he shifts so nicely and lands a left hook.
He lands body shots and head shots over and over. And I tell you, he's very tricky. He's always changing his momentum. He moves to the right, he moves to the left. So there he goes right there.
3 shots by Gonzalez, 2 very good ones by Sor Rungvisai. Gonzalez opens up with a hook. Sor Rungvisai back to the body.
This fight goes any further, it seems like somebody's going to get dropped on the shot.
Fight fans delight as they have opened up with the power, accuracy, sharp punches. These guys are trusting their chins. This has been terrific action to get an ovation after this round. Big shots by Gonzalez.
Well, we said that if it goes to this round, they stop the fight. Now I have Gonzalez up by 1 point, 37-38.
And the key thing to remember, if it would be stopped in the middle of a particular round, that round would be scored too.
Yes, that's detrimental. Right now, I got Gonzalez actually realizing how desperate it is to win these rounds.
Terrific matchup on paper has turned into a terrific battle between Roman Gonzalez and Srisaket Sor Rungvisai here at Madison Square Garden in New York.
Okay, but
We're now into round 5. Be an official fight if the clash of heads, which occurred in round 3, forced the fight to be stopped. But these guys are fighting, Kevin, as if they're going to make the judges academic.
Yeah, I like what Gonzalez is doing. He got cut. He's not going to leave it to the judges at all. He's trying to take Sor Rungvisai out. That's what he wants to take Sor Rungvisai out. And I give him credit because that's what fighters do. I mean, right now, I don't know if Gonzalez is that cut going to hold up. He went to the risk of it.
You know, when Sor Rungvisai goes southpaw, he looks like a mini Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, he's strong. He's very strong for his size.
There's a demeanor and what punches come down the chute.
Like I said, Gonzalez thing as he went up in weight, that he's slower with his punches. Before he would throw 10, 15, 20 punches. Now he seems like he's slowed down.
Some adversity that Roman Gonzalez has had to face. And this is what being the top fighter in the world is about, trying to rise above this. Just 2 beautiful uppercuts by Gonzalez.
Gonzalez's will is amazing. He's trying to psychologically break down the psychiatry of the fight.
Watch your hands.
Right now,
Break.
that's what he's doing.
Step back.
Breaks you
Step
down.
back. Watch your hands.
He's not as busy as he was. He's not throwing a lot of punches like he used to. His connect percentage is a lot higher.
And the quality connect percentage is higher too. These are all high-level punches.
Yeah, he's catching these out with some nice shots. He's catching these out with some nice shots.
Gonzalez slowly cutting off that ring. See him moving in, predator-like. Over the lead right hand there against the lefty. Sor Rungvisai standing with him. Terrific exchanges here.
It's not good for B-side to stay in punch exchange, but it seems to me that
Here comes more from Gonzalez and right back to Sor Rungvisai. Gonzalez, at this point, more fuel in the tank perhaps, driving his opponent back. And landing a big right hand on the left hook. And the crowd trying to implore Roman Gonzalez to dig down and find some more. End of round 5.
Lancito derecho, lo hiciste verga. No me le des distancia, huevón. Cuando jale la cintura, regrese con una mano con 6. Vamos. Esa derechita al centro, al centro. Lo hiciste verga 2 veces. Vamos. No me lo hagas que se recupere. Sube los brazos, cerradito. Quiero que mueva esa cabeza. Vamos, vamos. Póngamele huevo a esto.
Here's Chocolito throwing straight right hands, landing flush shots over and over and over, but he gets retaliated, but then here comes another right hand. Chocolito administering a pounding right now, and it seems like he's starting to break down his opponent.
We head into round 6 of a fight that has been entertaining for the fans and probably nerve-wracking for the corners as we go on between Roman Gonzalez and Srisaket Sor Rungvisai.
And Sor Rungvisai right now is getting hit with some tremendous shots, and these shots that Chocolito hit was really slowing him down.
And this is just a matter of fatigue for Sor Rungvisai not being able to ward off the aggressive Roman Gonzalez. A warning about a headbutt, of course we had that in round 3.
Yeah, no, I just want this one. No, watch your head. Okay. Okay, ready? Time in.
And they'll tap cautiously. Now, if you just
Last time I tell you, man, come on now.
have an opponent warned about by the referee about headbutting, are there certain liberties you can take right after that, thinking he won't do certain things?
But it's called karma. I'm returning something. It might be an elbow to get you cut. Boxing etiquette, like I said, there's a conversation there that's not said. And what happens is, right now, Chocolito right now, has to pay him back for what he did to him. So right now, we're going to do Chocolito with some tremendous shots. The corner wants to stay to the body to slow this man down. But if he stays to the body, he can slow his opponent down. But guess what? His opponent's coming back.
Well, how about tactically as you look at Roman Gonzalez opening? If the guy's just been warned about a headbutt, are there certain things you feel he won't do with his head right after that call that can help you with your style?
Well, yeah, because
Watch your heads.
now is the referee's watching real close, watching the heads. So of course, if he gets the spot out of the so a headbutt is going to be beneficial to Roman Gonzalez. So it kind of puts it in the back of his head that he's got to pay attention. Okay?
Might take some of the aggression away from Sor Rungvisai.
Yeah, Sor Rungvisai
You
got to
don't
watch
want to
out.
get called.
He's got to be very careful because right now he's got 2 warnings and he can get a point ducking like right here. Sor Rungvisai, and the referee's looking, I see the referee looking real close at Sor Rungvisai because he knows he can utilize his head to an advantage.
Sor Rungvisai now goes right for a strike and takes a good hook from the body and another hook from the body by Gonzalez, and they were punitive, both of them. He goes right back there. He cannot miss with that. Sor Rungvisai now goes back to lefty and try to protect that area where he just was pulverized by those hooks. Look at these bombs that Sor Rungvisai able to shake off. It is a granite chin.
Yeah, he's taking some tremendous punches right now. And I tell you one thing, for a little guy, Gonzalez hits very hard. He's very active.
Time. I got it. No, time. Over
The
there.
heads have
Over
come
there.
together again.
Yeah,
Will we
head
see a
point. 1 point.
taken away now?
1
Yes,
point.
we will.
1 point head. 1 point head. Right here. 1 point head. Right here. You got that.
Steve Willis within his domain here.
Okay.
He gave warnings.
You gotta watch your head, man.
He went up the
Bring it
ladder
up.
with that.
So
a
if
huge
he thinks,
round.
if he thinks that he's going to get this fight uncut, he's got nothing coming. Gonzalez is
Time.
not slowing down.
That's
Okay.
probably a 10-8 for Chocolatito with that.
So I got one for the head.
Eliminates the knockdown.
Over here.
Yeah, hold it.
Yes. Over here. One point.
Oye, vamos, dame más respiro, huevón, dame más cerveza, te estoy dando para otro. Vamos, ey. Esa derecha es recta, huevón, mete ese gancho de izquierda duro. Ya no aguanta, huevón. Y te está quedando de frente, no te diga. ชิงออกก่อนนะน้องอย่าให้มันออกก่อนนะ
Here you take a look, some action. Tremendous body shots
shit out of him.
of Chocolatito. Okay? The body shots are hurt. Body shot, head shot, body shot. Chocolatito here go a massive headbutt right here, you see it, and the referee stops.
Okay.
Does some fighting, and guess what? Take a look at it. Deduct the point. That point could be vital in the end.
It's vital right now. It wiped out the knockdown and continued the momentum of Roman Gonzalez, who's been all over.
Well, I have
Srisaket.
actually Gonzalez winning right now, 58-54. Way ahead. He won round 2, round 3, round 4. That's ever since the first round getting knocked down, I think he won the rounds. And then you got a 10-8 win.
Which is essentially what the last one was, with the dominance plus the point deduction.
And Chocolatito is trying to wear that opponent down. That's the difference.
Well, he found another gear after being knocked down.
It looked more to me like a headbutt than anything else. It seemed like he really stunned him. But he's recovering fine now.
Gonzalez with the body shot.
Watch your heads. Protect yourself.
Straight right by Gonzalez.
Both exchanging bombs in the middle of the ring. And it's an exciting fight, I tell you. Very, very exciting fight. This is boxing at its finest.
Yeah, and if you're Gonzalez, you start to think, no matter what I do, I won't get this guy out.
Well, Gonzalez is going to try to wear him down. With body shots.
Watch your head.
Pretty much,
Watch your head.
he's going to
Come on.
try his
Good.
best. Gonzalez to wear him down. And you can see it now. It seems like it's starting to happen a little bit. He has his moments. But I wouldn't give up on Ziva. I would not give up on him. Rungvisai is pretty much placing a good attack too for this moment. But they few and infrequent. There go a nice attack that Rungvisai did. And Gonzalez is not answering that.
Gonzalez just missing with a wild right hand. And scores with the uppercut.
Watch it. Come on now. Come on now.
Again,
Both of you.
motions
Come on.
about the
Keep
eye,
your
but
heads
this
up.
time he
Stop.
doesn't really sell it to the referee, but the blood coming out the eye again. And we are past the point. If that eye cut would have stopped the fight, we would go to the scorecards, and whoever is ahead wins. So Rungvisai trying a late run to custody.
Ahí, que la está metiendo bien. Acompáñala con todo el pesito abajo. Vamos. Vamos, Vamos, deja de verte, deja de verte, deja de verte. Ey, Choco, te estás quedando, huevón. Necesito más golpe, más golpe. Yo me quedé con uno.
Getting closer to showtime for Daniel Jacobs. What are you looking at with the mitts there, Kev?
Well, he's doing the mitts. He's just trying to warm up. I don't see nothing special. I'm saying he's okay. He hope he's not thinking too much. He's got to relax. He's got to have fun. The key is, at the same time, you have a task at hand, but you got to be having fun. He doesn't look like he's having fun.
We'll see more fun in Golovkin's dressing room. And we'll see if that carries over to the fight.
You got to be relaxed and coupled. You tense up, that's how you get hurt.
Into round 8. Roman Gonzalez, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai. A real good one.
So Rungvisai is getting him some really good shots early on. And I give him credit, he's coming. He's got some chin on him. His chin's amazing because he's taking some tremendous shots on Gonzalez. So I got to give him credit. I mean, he's taking some heck of a shots, but you know, the eye is a situation right now. Chocolito is going to work.
Good combinations here by Gonzalez. Sor Rungvisai trying to answer.
Oh, looks like he got hurt there with another shot. Sor Rungvisai takes a heck of a shot.
Good clubbing hands here by Gonzalez.
I think Gonzalez is great for a dorsal body. I think he just keeps coming, keeps coming.
I'll be interested to see the punch numbers after this one.
This is a fight. They work.
And in the middle rounds, the connect percentage will be very high.
Chocolito's going to work right now, like I said. I give him credit. The cut's not bothering him at all, and he knows how to block it out and go to work. And that's what I give him credit for.
He's dismissed it.
So Rungvisai's not trying to take advantage of that cut at all.
Then the flush shots here by Gonzalez. Big hook, and he wobbles his opponent.
It's amazing how accurate Gonzalez is.
115 pounds of fury.
Good.
Crowd just saw the image of Triple G. Daniel Jacobs' backyard. Still a popular guy.
I think Gonzalez is starting to win this fight. Big time. I got to score 78-72. Officially. They know Jacob, the New York fans going a little crazy, trying to get behind their man. Gary's giving us support and love. This is a very interesting fight. I'm a little nervous about this one. Here's Chocolito throws some nice punches. He's starting to catch his opponent over and over and over. Chocolito throws nice combinations. Body, and then he goes to the head. Another headbutt right there.
Time.
Into round 9 we'll go. Doctors in commission taking a look at Sor Rungvisai. We've seen a lot more of this in New York in recent fights, that they engage the commission, doctors and inspectors more than in some other jurisdictions, and they let them have this time.
I think he's way ahead, Gonzalez, 78-72. He's been dominating these last rounds, and with the cut, I got to give him more credit because that cut does disturb your action. It does stop him. He's so accurate with his punches. It ain't that he throws so many; he's so accurate.
And here comes Sor Rungvisai back.
Well, I think the corner looking at him, talking to him, I think asking questions that made him desperate.
You know, we see so much from whether it's the fighters from the Philippines or Thailand. There's just a certain element of excitement and perseverance and no-quit attitude we see in fighters from those areas.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I give both men credit. My hat goes off to both men. This is a really good fight.
Yeah, the number of high-quality punches is high. I mean, look at Gonzalez shrugging off the cut, the blood streaming down his face, and doing his best work. And I saw you overcome cuts a lot, Kevin. You were able to do that. As well, I've seen you overcome that.
I've overcome it because you know what you can't focus on. Because your will to win's got to be bigger than the group. Okay? Or whatever you have going on. The will to win has got to be bigger than that.
So attitude really gets measured in a situation like this.
Yes, right now, it can't matter. His arm could be hanging off. It can't matter. Your leg can be coming off. It can't matter. Okay, nothing matters but the victory. Because you know why? Because it's that much better when you overcome the cut, overcome the injury, and you come out victorious. That's what it's all about. That's why people love fighting.
So the top fighter in the world, Roman Gonzalez, face is a sea of crimson, is bearing down and coming back for more and launching his attack.
Yeah, like I tell you, he's actually, I think the cut has made him even better.
Opponent trying to capitalize on the blood, going after it, but Gonzalez says, not so fast.
That was a good round, I'll tell you. It's a really good round. It's hard to score this fight. Right here,
Sí, vamos a hacer caso. Vamos encima hoy. Este round vamos encima. Vamos muy listo. Dame esa cintura hacia atrás y dame combinaciones 3-4 golpes, pero vamos un poquito atrás. Sí.
Louis C.K. in the audience. Boxing brings out the names. And brings out shots like this.
Over and over and over.
It's been a beauty between Roman Gonzalez and Srisaket Sor Rungvisai as we go into round 10. Dave Bontempo and Kevin Kelly with you at Madison Square Garden. And behind this, Golovkin and Jacobs.
This is going to be amazing right here. This is going to be an amazing fight. Could be fight of the year. This could be a candidate.
Yeah, it really is if they can sustain this kind of momentum. Problem that you'd have is for it to go into that category definitively, you needed to be competitive on the scorecard. So that might knock it down some notches, but certainly for action, this has been an excellent fight.
Yeah, I got it scored unofficially, of course, 82-87 Roman Gonzalez. He did a great job coming back and battling that cut.
So, Sor Rungvisai, who did his best work early and had Gonzalez on the deck, is looking at someone who's undeterred by his own blood.
Sor Rungvisai, it's crazy because Sor Rungvisai is saying to himself, what I got to do to stop this man?
Maybe Gonzalez is saying the same thing.
Yeah, but Gonzalez used to this kind of battle. He's just reckless. That's how he fights. He likes to be in this whole situation like this. Well, I can tell you, it's getting close to getting stopped if you think about the blood that's here.
Good shots by Sor Rungvisai in this round.
Let's go to the scorecards. I think that Gonzalez wins this fight easy.
And you got to think that they sensed that in the corner of Sor Rungvisai. Good uppercut by Sor Rungvisai. Big hook by Gonzalez. That one hurt.
Vamos ganando, pues estamos tirando más. Vos tenés que presionar un poquito hacia atrás. Vamos, vamos.
And into round 11 we head. Roman Gonzalez, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai. 46-0, 38 knockouts for Gonzalez. 41-4-1 with 38 knockouts for his opponent. It's been a brutal battle. Well, Kevin, there's certainly nothing strategically that Sor Rungvisai has tried that he would add in now. There's nothing new. It's just a matter of can he execute.
Yeah, it's about sustaining right now. Right now, Sor Rungvisai is trying to land some shots. Gonzalez is a very good mover. He's a very good defensive skills. And he's just taking off right now. Seems like he's taking off the goal. Maybe finish big for himself. And it just seems that he's waiting for the right opportunity to sink his teeth. Because right now, Sor Rungvisai right now doesn't have many options. I said this man's bleeding. He bleeds really bad. He keeps coming. He won't stop. I got to knock him down. I'll knock him out.
I dropped him already. And look,
he's still there. He's like the Energizer battle. He's great for Energizer commercial.
He's still there and he's still on top of me.
Yeah, he's still sitting. Right now, if Gonzalez is taking off this round and letting it be the way it is right now, the blood is ferocious on his face.
And he's got that so what attitude about the blood.
It's like he believes it motivates him.
It reminds me of classic fights that we've been at over the years. Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward, their third fight, where Gatti hurt his hand by hitting Ward in his hip early on in the fight. Couldn't throw the right hand after that. Just said, well, forget about it. I'll just try to jab and throw the right hand. It hurt him more to throw the right hand than his opponent.
I know what that feels like. Carlos Gonzalez Hernandez has the hardest hit. He's from El Salvador that I've ever hit in my life. And it hurt me hitting him. Do you know Mayweather has one knockout? No. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Can you imagine hitting somebody and you take a knee? Mayweather took a knee. That's how hard the Mosa Hernandez hit is. I love him. He's my friend. But when we boxed him, I dropped him in round 4. I could not finish him because my hands were hurting so bad. He's got the hardest head I've ever hit. It's punishing to hit him.
So when you say this will hurt me more than it hurts you, it's true.
Yeah, that's the God's honest truth. His head is so hard.
We'll have one more round left to work with.
Especially who won that round.
Mete. Listo, más golpe.
Last round.
Vamos. Último round, con todo, Choco. Sí, bien inteligente, mira que te está boxeando, Sí, déjalo que él llegue, por ahí te tiene que buscar. Vamos. Y a presionar.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Madison Square Garden, this is round 12, final round.
The crowd is appreciating this. So hopefully so of you. A legitimate and sincere embrace by Roman Gonzalez and Srisaket Sor Rungvisai. And as we've seen the cut in the blood of Roman Gonzalez, in this case the picture has not told the story of this fight.
You're not lying. Sor Rungvisai right now, I give him credit for tolerating the punishment he took. And Roman Gonzalez administering a tremendous amount of punishment. And I don't know what kept up Sor Rungvisai. But let me tell you something. They both are there. They're both gladiators. They have great records. And they have great careers ahead of them.
And because Sor Rungvisai doesn't get a whole lot of worldwide television exposure and events like this, his stock rises here regardless.
Yeah, people might actually want to see a rematch of this fight.
Well, that will depend on where the scores end up. It's a good, if it's lopsided, but if it's close.
I think it's lopsided right now. I've given Charles a lot of rounds. I just think Charles is so much ahead.
Right.
Sor Rungvisai, I think, is falling behind. He took a lot of rounds off.
Good body work here by Roman Gonzalez. This was one that tested his mettle, tested his heart, and he has responded tremendously. Now we would like to put an exclamation point on it by stopping his gallant opponent, who now retreated somewhat.
His opponent ran.
He get boozed just for backing up one time in a fight like this.
Well, guess what? He don't get knocked out. I think they don't want to lose him, but he don't get knocked out.
Got it. I got it.
There's nothing left in this last one. People wanted to go down the stretch. The public wants to watch a war in the process, finish this whole fight.
Well, when you see how he looks now, yeah, it shows you the wisdom that when they shorten boxing from 15 rounds to 12. You can see how these guys are on fumes now. This is one where Chocolatito has made a statement about his heart and his attitude after being dropped and cut early.
No quit. There's no quit.
And still looking like a dominant fighter. And his opponent put on a good flirt, and they rightfully embrace. They put on a show in this one. Look at the crowd. What more could we have asked for from that, other than a knockout at the end? Talked about Gonzalez's toughness and his opponent, Kev. We talked about him walking 60 miles, according to a story for a job interview. He showed you some toughness here.
He's tough. Both men, I have both men. I haven't unofficially scored, of course, 116 to 111. Okay, going to Chocolatito. Great fight, great fight. Maybe you could have a rematch. Amazing fight.
I'll take you through some of the moments in this fight. Round one, shock right away. That punch dropping Roman Gonzalez. And then he smartly takes the count there, Kevin.
Well, guess what it's about? Boxing's not so about brawn, it's about smartness. Now the problem is we got to see if that'll hold up. In round four, you see exchanges here from Chocolatito. But another headbutt, okay, made that cut worse, another point. Here we go again. Round six, Chocolatito going to the body and going to the head, as you can see right here. And then another headbutt, okay, makes the cut even bigger. Referee's gonna take 1 point away, okay? Okay, 1 point away, and that will balance out the knockdown. Now round 10, you see they put Vaseline on his cut. The cut's getting worse. Okay, he has cuts everywhere, it seems like. He's bleeding from every spot. Okay, in round 12, Chocolatito went to work. Okay? Okay, both fighters at the end of the fight started picking it back up. And Chocolatito and both men, I give both men credit at the end, especially with the blood streaming from his eyes, going head up, as they call it. You know, they always said, you know, if you put a glove on somebody's head, you should hit me with your head then.
What attitude these guys had in putting that on.
What a great fight. And I'm so happy for the little men.
An advertisement for the little men.
Yes. I believe that, I don't believe in because you make a certain weight that you should get paid more. I think that it depends on the fight. Let's pay the fighters according to the fight.
You were a noteworthy advocate of that during your career.
Yes, I was the first featherweight in 25 years on HBO. I was definitely trying to push forward to bring the action to our division. I could punch, I had speed, my fights were exciting. I just wanted the people to get a fair shot.
You were vocal about it. You led an idea.
Yeah, and Lou DiBella made it happen. That's why you see Morales, Mayweather, Shane Mosley. There was nothing lighter than De La Hoya. So thank you for acknowledging that.
Yeah, I was around and saw your efforts at that time, and I saw the shift in attitude that the power brokers in boxing had toward the smaller fighters. And here, guys at 115 bringing out the very best in this sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Madison Square Garden, we go to the scorecards. Velasco Roldan scores it 113-113. He has it even. Julie Letterman and Glenn Feldman both scored the contest 114 to 112 to the winner by majority decision. And new WBC Super Flyweight Champion of the World from Thailand, Srisaket Sor Rungvisai.
Crowd is absolutely stunned.
There's got to be an error on the scorecards, I think.
You hear the reaction of the crowd. He scored a knockdown, then had that deducted via the point. And the interesting thing, Kevin, all three judges were within a point of each other. To boot.
I didn't see it like that.
No.
I scored 116, 111. I didn't see, you know, I didn't see Gonzalez in that fight like they said. I mean, 111, I mean, what fight were they watching? I mean, you know, We were watching on monitor and we were watching live. I didn't see that happen. I don't understand this.
You talked about a rematch. Well, based on those numbers, you may get one now, man.
Yeah, I didn't see it like that.
No. Looked like, when we talked about that point being deducted, it was a very close fight then in the middle of the fight, and then he pulled out. Well, it'll be interesting to see how the punch numbers are in this fight, too.
Well, yeah, like I said, I seen it very simple. I think the scorecards are rigged on me. I think they should go back and check the scorecards because I've seen it happen in the past. That was flagrant. I had it at the 2 rounds, 18-19 with the knockdown, and then I don't know how the judges watched that fight and said that Chocolatito lost the fight.
Well, we will get probably scorecards handed to us sometime during the next fight. They do pass them around. We'll be able to see the scoring on that. Yeah. Max Kellerman is with the winner.
Congratulations. You just beat a man considered by many, or got the decision against a man considered by many to be the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. How did you do it?
ผมก็ขอขอบคุณชาวไทยทั้งประเทศที่คอยเชียร์และเป็นกำลังใจให้ผมก็
I want to thank you, everybody in Thailand, the whole country who's been sharing and giving me all this encouragement.
How did you beat Chocolatito?
ผมยอมรับว่าโรมันเป็นผู้ชกที่แข็งแกร่งและต่อยไม่หยุดผมชนะเพราะผมมีกำลังใจจากพ่อแม่พี่น้องชาวไทยและพี่น้องที่อยู่ที่นี่ครับผม
I have to say that he's one of the best fighters that would not stop and not quit. The reason I win is because I have all this encouragement and all the help and sharing from the people of Thailand.
At one point in your life, when you were collecting garbage and sending the money to your family, when it got tough, you had to find your food out of the garbage. And tonight, at Madison Square Garden in front of a packed house, you just won the title against one of the all-time greats. Can you describe the feeling?
ก็รู้สึกประทับใจมากครับที่ชนะโรมันกอนซาเลสก็ประทับใจมากครับผม
I'm very excited. I'm very impressed. I make that I won today.
Would you give Chocolatito a rematch if he wants it?
ก็ถ้าตอนนี้เป็นใครก็ได้ครับผมท้าได้ทั่วโลกครับผม
Yes, at this point, anyone I can defeat.
Congratulations again and thanks. Jim?
Okay, that's Max Kellerman from the American Network HBO. I'm Dave Bontempo along with Kevin Kelly. And, well, the crowd certainly made it clear how they voted.
Well, like I said, I scored it 116-111. I don't know what rounds they were given to opponent Sor Rungvisai. Sor Rungvisai to me lost the fight. I think maybe they should review the scorecards. Sometimes happen they read the scorecards wrong. Sor Rungvisai, I don't think he won the fight.